UTEP minor.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching. Welcome to the UTEP Center for Community Engagement in first episode. We will be interviewing individuals from our community about their business experiences in a community engagement. Our goal through this platform is to create a place where we can showcase and learn from successful leaders in our community. Today we have two special guests, Iris Morales and Joel Martinez, co-owners of EME Design Studio. Hello guys, thank you for joining us and welcome. Can you please begin letting us know a little bit about yourselves? Are you natives of El Paso?
Hi. Well, I was born in Chihuahua and I moved here to El Paso in 2001. Actually, I was 18 years old. I moved here to go to UTEP and I've been here ever since. We moved to Las Vegas after graduation and then we came back. And so I live most of my life here already.
Awesome.
Yes.
Hi, thank you for having us. So, I was actually, I came to El Paso I've been here in El Paso since I was like 10 years old. I went to UTEP, graduated in 2004, December 2004. And that's where we met actually. So, I graduated, I left to Las Vegas. She caught up to me and then we got married and he came back to El Paso.
Oh wow, nice. What is the funniest memory from working at the CCE that you remember?
I have one. But one day my ex-boss obviously told me, "Hey, we gotta go. We're sponsoring this spelling bee at some elementary school or something like that." And I was like, sure. And I'm not in video production or anything, but I think I had to set up some of the computer and speakers and something like that. And she said like, hey, we have the bee costume in the trunk, so you have to dress up as the bee.
Oh god.
And I was like,
Oh.
and I was like, oh really? And I was like, oh my god, I guess so. She's like, yeah. So we finally get there, and she's like, all right, just open up the trunk. And I was like, oh my god, like really? And like it's so hot, and so I opened the trunk, and there's nothing but the equipment. I was like, and she's like, oh, I must have forgotten it. Oh, I think you kind of have to run and get it. And I was like, okay, where is it? And she's like, no, I'm kidding. You don't have to. So that was.
Oh god. Oh, that's
that was
hilarious. Yeah.
That was a funny joke on me. So.
Oh. My
No, I
gosh.
don't remember anything. I mean, nothing can top that.
No, but it was a great experience. To be honest, I mean, they hired me. Obviously, the same thing. Like before, I was even taking a graphic design 1 class.
Wow.
So since they knew that was my major, I was working as a graphic designer. But it really helped me to understand real life experience, because I remember creating a brochure in which I was gonna they told me go ahead and send to the printer, and I sent it to UTEP's printer, and it came back and said, no, this is totally wrong, like you can't print this is offset printing. And I was like, what is offset printing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I hadn't even taken my graphic design 1 class, and the printer or the person taking care of the printer at that time, he was amazing. He sat down with me and he explained to me like, this is offset, so you need to separate the inks, and and he helped me with everything. So I was it was a great experience being able to learn
Can we
that.
still put the brochure somewhere?
Probably.
No way, really? What advice would you give to upcoming graphic designers that are new to the industry?
Okay. For me, it's very important to be true to yourself and your values, because as a graphic designer, it's not only about making a pretty logo or something to look nice. It's more than that. We have a responsibility to communicate, and we are responsible for what we are trying to communicate to the population, you know. So we have to be very responsible about our work. Um, if you don't believe in a product or a person that wants your service
or a political candidate, you know, I mean,
sometimes it's better to say no
Mhm.
and not just do it for the money, you know. It's you have to do something that you're not going to regret in the future because you know
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah
it's your name out there, so I completely understand that.
no,
You know?
and more than the name, it's your
You're how you're gonna influence other people
Yeah.
because of the decisions that you make.
yeah. Like I don't want to convince people to
Buy a product that doesn't work.
exactly
Yes.
or that it's gonna harm their health or things like that. So that and also to work really hard, like if you
Mhm.
are not passionate about it, find something that you're passionate about. You need to be happy every day that you wake up and do what you do because this might be something that you're gonna be doing for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And so you have to find that balance and be happy with what you do.
Yeah, no. To me, the best advice, or I mean, there's so many, but I would guess one is really you gotta put in the work. So you cannot just get from A to B or A to C without going through B. You know what I mean? So you have to put in the work. Even after you graduate and have a portfolio to keep on working, it's practice makes perfect, just like in anything, in any sport or anything. The more you practice, the more you learn, the more you dive into each element of design, the more you break the rules and you fail, the better you're gonna get at it. So don't ever stop working, no matter what. I understand as designers, you might not work as a full-time designer somewhere. You might have a job as something else, but whenever you get home, just keep on working, because if you're serious about design, you have to put in the work. So that's absolutely, yeah, that's one. And the other kind of goes back to what Edith was saying. I used to take freelance jobs, and my thought was like, well, if I'm not going to do it, then somebody else is going to do it for the same amount, and it might be, you know, or I might be able to do a better job at it. And so at the same time, you realize, well, yeah, but it wasn't worth it for you. So you got to be able to learn when to not take those jobs because we do have a social responsibility. We communicate to people through our design, and so we got to be careful with what we do and how we do it. So yeah.
Wow, amazing.